Connecticut's #1 local news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday, March 18th. I'm Nicole, Nalepa, and we are following some of our top stories for you. So let's get right into it. The government says around 90 million stimulus payments have already been sent out. And now the COVID relief bill is giving taxpayers more time to file. The IRS is postponing the usual April 15th deadline to May 17th. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Aya Galal has more on the reason for this extension.
If you've been procrastinating filing your taxes, you're certainly not alone.
At work, so I just been letting it sit there. I just didn't want to do them right away.
And now you have more time to file. The IRS is delaying the tax filing deadline to May 17th. Some changes are being made because of the COVID relief bill that was passed last week. If you were on unemployment at any point last year, you were going to be taxed on those benefits. Now, the bill makes the first $10,200 non-taxable.
Which is a great benefit for the taxpayers, but that change was made right in the middle of the filing season, which is very unusual.
This means people who are on unemployment may be entitled to a bigger refund, or in cases where people filed and had to pay, they may now see a refund. Aya Galal, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, we're in early warning weather alert mode. Hi, everybody. Good morning. 7:01. We are expecting some rain, which is going to be heavy at times today. And then tonight, it's going to change over to some snow. And that snow will accumulate, especially on the grassy surfaces in parts of inland Connecticut. As we take a look at our Channel 3 early warning radar, we are dry and the temperatures are cooperating. 37, a very popular number. We've got it in Plainfield. We've got a few in Kent. We've got a few in Washington. And the feels like column, same thing. So not a lot of wind out there this morning, which is good news. Old Saybrook, good morning. You're waking up to mostly overcast conditions and a little bit of fog there in stores with mostly overcast conditions as well. It's kind of raw out there. The temperatures are cooperating. They're above average, but it is raw. You are going to notice the range icons moving over from 10 to 11 o'clock this morning. And then it just rains throughout the day today, and it could be particularly heavy later this afternoon through tonight. So grab those umbrellas. You're going to need them, especially for the shoreline. All right, temperatures out there. Once again, 43 is the warm spot in Danbury. You guys have been the warmest all morning. The cool spot, if you want to call 38 cool, is in 3 locales: Putnam, Norwich, and in Torrington. So everybody's sandwiched between 38 and 43, a pretty tight temperature gradient with very little wind. Here are your headlines. Cloudy, cool right now. You need a jacket out there. I don't know if you need the heavy winter coat today, as the temperatures are going to approach the 50-degree mark, but you will need the umbrella because we are expecting a soaking rain. And then snow is expected tomorrow morning early. It'll all wrap up by about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. The rain is getting ever so close. You can see it moving through parts of lower New York. The lower Hudson Valley will be next, and then Connecticut here. We will be getting it around 10, 11 o'clock this morning. Let's widen out the shot. It's a pretty good amount of rain that we're looking at down to the south and west of us. The severe threat is to our south today. Down near the Carolinas. So keep a good thought for those folks. There was severe weather in Mississippi and Alabama yesterday. And then today, there could be some severe weather in the Carolinas. So again, keep a good thought for those folks. Pretty big system here. All right, let's take a look at Futurecast. Tomorrow's weather today. We're good. We're cloudy right up until about 11 noon. And then here comes that rain. Remember, the darker the greens are, the heavier the rain is. And then we introduce some yellows, heavier rain at 6 p.m. Overnight tonight, this is 9 o'clock tonight through very early tomorrow morning. We start to see some cold air pouring in, and that cold air changes over the precipitation to snow. This is 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. So between noon and about 5 a.m., 6 a.m., we're dealing with snow, and then it wraps up and it's gone by 8 o'clock. Here's what we're thinking in terms of snowfall totals: anywhere from 1 to 2 to 3 inches of snow, coating to 2 inches along the shoreline. Again, this is a pretty good estimate of what we're expecting: 1 to 3 in inland Connecticut, according to 2 inches along the shoreline. Daytime highs today in the mid to upper 40s, low 50s, rain with areas of fog. And then your 7-day forecast includes some much better weather. Once we get rid of the snow tomorrow morning, it's going to melt quickly over the upcoming weekend. 48, 58 on Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're talking about temperatures in the lower 60s in inland Connecticut. It is going to feel and be spring-like here in Connecticut. All right, just about 7:05. Nicole, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Scott. Now at 7:05, as you just mentioned, we are following that developing news for you this morning in Georgia, where police are still looking into why a 21-year-old shot and killed 8 people in Atlanta earlier this week, and that's what they're saying, police are saying. Most of these victims were of Asian heritage. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Caitlin Nicole has more on the shooter's possible motives.
In Georgia, authorities are still working to determine if the rampage was racially motivated. 21-year-old Robert Aaron Long has been charged with the murders, accused of going on a shooting rampage at Atlanta area spas, killing 8 people. 6 of them were Asian. The suspect told police it was a sexual addiction issue.
We believe that he frequented these places in the past and may have been lashing out.
And after a difficult year, Asian Americans across the country are now even more on edge. Connecticut Emergency Services and Public Protection Commissioner James Ravella said they are monitoring the situation. Quote, "As always, we watch national and international events to determine the impact here in Connecticut. We are in constant communication with our federal, state, and local partners, as well as our community cultural partners. At this time, there are no known threats or confirmed hate incidents in Connecticut toward our Asian population." Caitlin Nicole, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
As states start to ease restrictions when it comes to the coronavirus, millions of Americans are on the move again, both in the air and on the roads. Gas prices are now close to the highest that they've been in nearly 3 years. The national average is at $2.87 a gallon, and that's up more than 30 cents in a month and nearly 60 cents in a year. Here in Connecticut, the average is $2.83 for a gallon of regular.
If it hits $3, I'm parking this car.
And this increase is being blamed on the cold weather that crippled those refineries in Texas last month. Plus, an increase in demand as more people start traveling. March Madness kicks off today with the first 4 games, but Connecticut fans have to wait a little longer to see our teams play. The Hartford Hawks are getting ready for their first ever appearance in the NCAA tournament. They play top seed Baylor tomorrow at 3:30. UConn men play Saturday against Maryland at 7 right here on Channel 3. And then the number 1 seed UConn women's team plays High Point Sunday at 8. And another hit to the UConn women's coaching staff. Out of an abundance of caution, assistant coach Shay Ralph has returned home due to a family member that tested positive for COVID-19 on Wednesday. They will already be without head coach Gino Auriemma, who tested positive on Sunday. Thank you so much for tuning in to Eyewitness News on this Thursday morning. Remember, you can get news and weather updates anytime on the Channel 3 app. Have a great day and stay healthy and stay positive.
Watch us live wherever you are on our mobile, on our streaming news app. And you can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.